Hey, what's up guys? Oliver here with my 93 FXR, base model FXR. Basically, when I got this thing, it was an ugly piece of junk. I tore it down to the frame, transmission case, and swing arm. It's the only thing I have original still on this bike. Basically, this is a compilation of just parts I had laying around in my shop and different things I had. Nothing. There wasn't like some big grand build in mind. It was just sort of, ooh, this is good, that's good, I'll use this, I'll use that. A while ago at a swap meet, a friend of mine was selling this 107 Zippers motor. Zippers are good friends of mine. This was back east in Maryland, so you see a lot of that kind of stuff there because that's where they're located. But anyway, yeah, I bought it. I had it kicking around in the shop for a while, but it's a 107 Evo, STD cases, Axtel cylinders, billet zippers heads. It's got a redshift cam, ProFlow oil pump, Mikuni HSR, Jim's lifter blocks. The motor rips. I mean, it's definitely, I haven't dynoed it or anything, but I mean, it's in line with all the 113s, 120s, etc., 124s that I've ridden. This is right there with it. It'll break the tire loose, no problem. But yeah, it's a great running motor, no issues with it. And again, it's just something that I had laying around. The pipe is the industry standard Thunderheader. It's something that I had hanging up in the shop. I buy them when I see them. I keep them. I try to run them on most of my just everyday rider bikes. Like if I'm building something custom, I'll usually build pipe from scratch, but they're the best in my opinion. They look great, they fit the era of the bike, they sound great, etc., etc., etc. I can't really say enough. I mean, it's not perfect chrome, but the bike is, you know, like I said, it's kind of a put together bike from just spare parts. It's funny, this bracket here that I made, the exhaust hanger, I made that because in the previous version of this bike, it had high pipes and I needed the pipes to be supported here. So I built that bracket, and rather than taking it all off, and I just made a little intermediate bracket to hold the Thunderheader. The wheels are a factory 16-inch Thunderstar with Lindell brakes and PM calipers. The front is actually a one-off 21 Thunderstar, not real Thunderstar, but it's machined to look like a real Thunderstar. So it's a narrow glide 21. Again, Lindell brakes, PM differential bore calipers in the front. The rear suspension are a set of vintage Works Pro Racer piggybacks, which are very, very, very hard to find. These were totally rebuilt for this bike and my weight and everything by Quality Shock Service. In the front, I have a standard 39mm T-Sport FXDX or FXDXT set of legs, and this is actually from an 04-05, so it's got the big axle, 25 mil. Front fender is one of the strong fenders that I sell, the fiberglass replica sport fenders. Harley quarter fairing, standard windshield, just painted. Dave Z Pinstriping did the pinstriping. This is an original 89 Superglide tank, which I always liked the black and orange, and I just thought this color pinstripe was a very nice contrast to it. Metal side covers, no big deal, and factory rear fender. Of course, I'm running my own Fender Struts on these. This is the raw finish in my RS Cutrate Fender Struts. How about a Sissy Bar bracket with no holes in the side, welded up with just hidden holes in the back? So the transmission is a stock 5-speed gear set. I have the nice upgraded primary drive gearing, and I've got a nice 24-48 rear, so this thing cruises on the highway. I've got this Merch billet dual row bearing trap door set up here to keep everything nice and straight, and then a chrome Pro 1 hydraulic cover. The rear master cylinder is a billet GMA, pretty cool looking thing there. Just again, kind of matches with the billet and the ball mill stuff. But I didn't want everything to be the same matchy. Everything's kind of, you know, it's got the look, it's got the era, but it's just, again, it's a parts pile. The seat is actually an old Corbin Stinger. This is actually my favorite shape of all the seats. It's really narrow and pointy back here. It just has a really nice aggressive look. I had it recovered with some sort of grippy material back here. I had the backrest from something else. The cool thing with these is, you know, you have the backrest. You don't want the backrest, you just take it off, and it looks really good without it. But yeah, great shape. Mini Sissy Bar pad. Who knows, maybe I'll reupholster this and this one day to match that, but honestly, maybe not. So on the control side, I've got 10-inch aluminum BDL risers. These are pretty hard to find. They look really nice, paired with, super rare, aluminum Sportster bars. I've never even seen another set of those. I don't know, I just think the contrast between the chrome and the dull polished aluminum looks interesting. Moto Gadget top clamp, which you've seen before. PM contour controls, hydraulic clutch, dual disc master cylinder, and these are Joker machine mirrors. I've just actually upgraded these from what I had before. These actually you can see out of. The ones I had before were totally useless. Another interesting thing on this bike is the dash. The dash actually I made from scratch. I made it, molded it, and then this is a sand cast off of the original that I made. FXRP gas cap and FXRC, 1987 FXRC gold fuel gauge there. You don't see there's very many of those out. So this is a Jag oil cooler. I run these pretty much on all my bikes. They like it. The heat's really nice. I used cloth covered oil lines, hot pink Taylor plug wires, of course. I don't know, it just kind of matches the color of this. Pingle Petcock, obviously. I've got the hot orange coil underneath of this. And I believe this is actually from a Gilroy Indian, but it's a finned coil cover. And this is the button to manipulate the Moto Gadget. So the shift peg is Arlen Ness, matches the grips. These, I have no idea what they are. I found them at some swap meet. Inspection cover is just a flamed inspection cover. You can barely see it. And then this cool 3D flamed derby cover matches sort of the paint and the old paint. Ball milled cleave block cover and ball milled where it usually says 5-speed or belt drive, that little piece there. They don't match, but again, I don't really care because this is kind of, again, a throw together bike. I just think it's interesting. PM pegs, and of course, I gotta have a louvered chain guard on this thing. Oh, and I've got a tracker die chain conversion kit and sprocket. That's pretty much it for this FXR. I'm going to continue on with some of these bike series and talk about some of the other bikes I have and have built. I think the next one we might do will be the 2003 Pro Charged FXDX. And yeah, get ready, look forward to that one. And subscribe, comment if you have any questions about this. I'm more than happy to answer.